Happy Friday. I hope that you're having a good day, even though it's been pretty crazy. I don't know where you are, but it's been kind of a crazy day with the coronavirus. And I was planning on talking about confidence today and had some notes that I was going to share, but in light of recent events, I've decided that I was just going to talk about how to manage your mind around the coronavirus so that we can feel calm and collected. And so I just want to start out by saying that all of your feelings are valid. Whatever you're feeling right now is totally okay. And you don't have to be like, oh, I shouldn't be scared, I shouldn't be worried. If you're scared and you're worried, that's totally fine, and you can feel that. For me, honestly, I'm not scared, and I'm not worried, but I am disappointed. I've been really disappointed today and yesterday because our spring break plans are now canceled, and my birthday is over spring break, and we had plans to go indoor skydiving down in Phoenix, and I was going to see two of my really good lifelong friends and celebrate my birthday with them. Actually, three of my really good friends in Arizona and Utah, and now I just can't see them, and my birthday is ruined. Feels like it's ruined. And, our kids were looking forward to this. We were going to go down to Arches National Park, and we booked 3 different Airbnbs that we just had to cancel, and we can't even get all of our money back from all of them, so we've lost money there. And what else were we going to do? I was going to go to a life coaching conference for the day, just like a little get together. And that's so funny, Sandy. I've just been feeling really disappointed. I'm not scared about the coronavirus. I'm just mad. I'm mad that my plans have been canceled. Anyway, so I've just been processing that disappointment, and I've just been allowing myself to feel it. And I feel it in my chest. And so whatever you're feeling, if you are feeling afraid and nervous and worried, it's totally fine. Ask yourself, where are you feeling it in your body? And ask yourself what it feels like. Is it a hot feeling? Is it cold? Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it heavy? Is it like kind of floaty? Like really get like into your body. If you had to give it a color, what color would it be? And then just breathe into it. I like to think about processing feelings as like the feeling is just coming and sitting next to me on a bench. So all today I've been just like, I'm just going to feel disappointed today. All my plans have been canceled for like the unforeseeable future even. I also had a master coach training that I was gonna go to in May in Spokane for a whole week without my kids. It was just gonna be me, super excited. It's canceled. So I've just been really disappointed, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing disappointment right now. Feeling it in my chest, feels really heavy, and then it kind of starts feeling a little bit like sadness or even anger, like, oh, why is this happening? And so a lot of times when we resist feelings, we're wanting to eat, to escape that emotion, or we'll scroll social media, or we'll, whatever it is that our buffer is. I know, I'm sorry, Sandy. Whatever it is your buffer is, then you'll go to that. But you can watch your brain and be like, okay, I'm wanting to eat. I'm wanting to just, sit on the couch and watch Netflix forever because I'm feeling, worried or sad and I want to distract myself. And so I like to just process that emotion, like I just explained, so that I can just feel it and not have to resist it. Like, oh yeah, this is disappointment, and I'm feeling that again. I'm feeling it in my chest. So anyways, I hope that is helpful. Also doing deep breathing through all of that. just like blowing it out. What else did I want to say? Some mantras. I'm going to type up some mantras and post it here in the group, but some that I like is, I can handle whatever happens in the present moment, right? Like our brains want to go to the future, like, oh my gosh, what if we all die? What if this is the end of the world? And it's like, well, it's possible. Who knows? You know, we might die, or someone else that we love, it could possibly die. And if that happens, we'll deal with it when it happens. Like, there's no reason to, thanks, Sandy, I love you. There's no reason to freak out about something that hasn't happened yet, right? But if you are, just allow yourself to be worried, but know that you can bring yourself back down, right? Because worry only pretends to be useful. It's really a waste of our imagination, because all of the worry that we will feel is not going to prevent anyone from getting sick, right? So trying to prepare for something is different than worried. We can prepare from a sense of peace and calm. Like, yeah, go ahead, go to the store and get some groceries. Get some extra groceries, because most people should probably, self-quarantine themselves for the next couple weeks. That's what we're basically doing. So go to the store and get some extra supplies, but do it from a place of peace and, Sandy, you're just cracking me up. Do it from a sense of peace that you're taking care of your family, right? Not from this worry and panic, but go ahead and prepare whatever you need to, but know that worrying about it is just, it's not going to make anything any better. But it pretends to be, right? Like, oh, if I'm not worried about it, then I don't care about it. Well, that's not true. There's more options between not caring at all and totally freaking out and panicking, right? There's a whole wide range of options between those two extremes. Okay, so focus on what you can control and what you can't. Focus on what you can control, not on what you can't. Sorry. We can't control whether or not we will get sick, but we can control whether or not we wash our hands and we prevent stuff and we don't put ourselves at risk or other people that we love that are at risk by being around large groups of people in a close, confined spaces, right? That's why church is being canceled and all of these other events over 100 people or 250, depending on where you're at. Prevent as much as you can and what you can control, but just remember that you can't control what you can't control, right? And another thing I like to ask myself is, what if this is actually the best thing right now? I've had to ask myself that in the midst of disappointment, because actually, a change in routine can actually be good. Like, this is maybe a good opportunity for me and my kids to just have this, memory where we're all together and, they'll always remember it. Remember when the coronavirus hit and we just stayed home and played games and we did all this stuff? That's kind of fun. And so just try to look for the good in it. And that conference that I was going to go to in May, I'm still breastfeeding my baby, and I was going to have to wean him before that, but I was like, I don't really want to wean him yet, but I have to before I go on this trip. And now I'm like, oh, now I don't have to necessarily wean him completely, so maybe that was, a good thing. I'm just trying to look for the silver linings. Also, when we were going to go on our spring break trip, we were going to have to board our dog. And she just went into heat right now, and we're not wanting to breed her or anything, but I'm like, that was going to be a big hassle, taking the dog to the kennel and being like, can you make sure that no dogs mate with her? All this crazy stuff. And then now I'm like, well, maybe that was for the best. Maybe it's for the best, because now we're not going on a spring break trip. Now we don't have to worry about the dog. So just look for the silver linings of whatever is happening with you. And I think really just as a society, I think this is kind of good. We're just all going to take a break and kind of just have some self-reflection, right? With school and work and different things being canceled, it's time to read all those books that you've been wanting to read or whatever, like it's kind of like it's good to maybe start journaling, or you're going to have maybe some extra downtime and everything is not going to be so go go go. And so maybe it's a blessing. Maybe it can be good for you to just have a break, right? So anyways, those are just some thoughts I wanted to offer, and I hope that you can get through your disappointment and look towards something that's positive. And I also wanted to say that I'm going to be offering free coaching just for anyone that's feeling extra anxious or extra nervous. All next week, I'll be doing a free 30 minutes coaching sessions with anyone that wants it. It doesn't have to be about food or health. It can just be about anxiety, or even if you just want somebody to talk to about your worry or anxiety about this pandemic. So go ahead and message me if you want to set that up, because I want to be a person that is here for you and to help you cope if you're struggling. Okay? Love you all. Have a good weekend.